Adapting your content for a virtual audience. This is something that you are probably having to do and hopefully are doing a lot right now. You can't just do what you were doing in person at a talk online. Things have to change, and that's because your audience is a little bit different now. The situation is different. They're not sitting in a conference hall listening to you, they are in their homes, they have got other things distracting them, other things going on. Of course, they're still your target audience, but their concerns, their issues are a little bit different now. And of course, depending on how your industry has been affected by things like coronavirus, their priorities are going to be shifting a little bit anyway. As I've said, they've got other things going on. They might have been homeschooling their kids this morning. They might have just been painting a wall and come to join in this talk, and they've got all sorts of things pulling on their time and changing their viewpoint. So they're going to be in a different place when they listen to you. So make sure that you think about that when you start planning the content that you're going to use and talk to them about. Now, whatever anybody's in, you know that they're sitting on a lot more virtual calls. And during the evenings, they're probably watching a lot more TV. And in the evenings, they're watching Netflix, high quality, great content, something that they've chosen to engage with. So you want to make sure that what you're doing is just as engaging and just as entertaining. Now, you have a few things working against you, as you know, when you're online. The tech is deadening you for a start. You're not being able to get those sort of visual cues and kind of emotional cues that you get from a room full of people. And that also means they can't get those social cues from you. And so you need to be a lot more energetic. You need to really bring your A game so people can see it. It might feel like you're being a little bit over the top, but actually, when it's gone through all the technology and arrived in their homes, you won't be as full on and as mad as you might think you are. And I would suggest you do record yourself before you deliver your speech or your presentation, so you know how it sounds like when you watch it back, and you can get a pretty good idea of what everybody else is going to be getting. Now, the other thing I would say to you, I'm not going to talk for very long today because I want this to be a short video, but that's because people consume things better in small chunks. So when you are going to be presenting, try and keep it short and sweet and tight. Vary it, interrupt what you're saying, do slightly different things, be a little bit different and unexpected, and that way you will keep people's attention for longer.